This mess is my half laptop setup, which is the laptop acting as a desktop. This half top is what I use on the daily for productivity and general use. I thought I'd make a video about my experiences with the setups, its pros and cons, and maybe inspire setups like this. Without further ado, let's get into this. Powering this whole thing is a Dell Latitude E5520 laptop, sporting a Core i5-2520M, 8GB of DDR3, and a hard drive plus integrated graphics. I bought this laptop for $75 used from an electronics shop. This laptop used to have a screen, but then I broke it and now it no longer has a screen. I just bought a monitor and put the other monitor next to it and boom, fully functional setup again. Honestly, it's quite effective. I don't mind using a trackpad from this era or a keyboard, even though it's all from 2011 or later. I mean, this entire setup is basically from 2012. The only real bottleneck here is probably the hard drive in this laptop, which kinda makes it pretty slow, but it's kinda whatever to me since I don't really mind. The CPU and RAM though can easily handle Google Chrome, Spotify, and Discord all at the same time. This may have been a decent enough laptop on its own, however, I think this got an upgrade either way. First of all, the original screen was 15.4 inches at a resolution of 1366 by 768, and this new one is 21 inches but 1080p. It's not a great panel and it is TN, as you can probably tell by the camera angle, but honestly, it's decent for what I need, and for 30 bucks, I'm not really complaining. This smaller monitor is a 17-inch NEC Multisync LCD 1760V that I got at the garage sale a while back for the aforementioned $2. It's a TFT panel with a resolution of 1024 by 1280, with okay viewing angles and slightly oversaturated colors, but it's mainly a secondary display for Discord and video chatting applications. This entire setup basically fulfills my needs for general computer usage like web browsing and communication, and does basically everything besides video editing and gaming. I know I've seen some people take broken laptops on YouTube and put them in little boxes and make them media centers. However, I wanted to truly keep as much of this laptop as possible, especially since it is a very good laptop on its own. There's a crap ton of ports, and it technically still has a battery, so power outages won't affect it like a desktop. There's that, and the fact that this entire thing is pretty dirt cheap. All of this was less than $150. And for a fully featured setup like this, even though it's not the most up-to-date features per se, ideally I'd probably get 2 IPS monitors of the exact same type to put here, and maybe get a little small Intel NUC to put on the back of the monitor, or heck, even just buy an all-in-one. That'd keep the space down and also not have as much noise. This laptop is very freaking loud, by the way. However, revamping my setup like that would probably blow the budget out of the water to at least $300 or so. And if I want to be as dirt cheap as possible, then this is kind of it. This is probably one of the best price to performance deals I've ever had in my life. And if you can find something like this, I'd say it's worth it if you can get it to work correctly. There were some issues I had to deal with setting up monitors, but if you can get it to work, it really does work. Laptops with broken screens or other slightly broken components are usually pretty cheap online and can be cheap to either repurpose like this or even repair if you don't want to do this necessarily. However, this is just how dirt cheap I am, and I hope you guys enjoyed this little look into my half-top setup. This is Calc G, and I'll see you guys in the next one.